Hey everybody. I'm gonna try OBS next time, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do devs blogs, and this is really how it. Some people have had trouble saying it. It's RBT's talent tree, where you interview designers, blah 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 blah. Don't care. Due to the nature of the talent trees, players are free to mix and match whatever talents they wish, provided that they have points and can path their way down the skill tree. However, as our essential classes, there are different gameplay or combat styles that the main branches of the tree embody, and players can focus on their path to socialize in their styles. While they don't have an official name for this dev blog, we can refer to them as Subjector, Eliminator, and Investigator. Subjector follows the right side of the talent tree. You will find talents that will allow you to dive into the thick of combat to break apart formations of the criminal scum. Tapping into identifying akin to riot police. These talents focus heavily on melee, staggering enemies, and tanking. Sneak peek at some of the talents. Hammer of Judgment, increased attack speed when multiple enemies, or hitting multiple enemies with a single attack. Suppression Protocols, hitting multiple enemies with a single melee grants toughness damage reduction. Target the weak, enemies staggered by your melee attack, take more damage from melee. Exterminator, da 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 da, da 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 da. The gameplay style focuses on high power at close range, blasting enemies of the law while unflinching and unplaceable. Impunity, sneak peek of some of the talents. Withering, improve range damage after reloading. Up close, replenish toughness on close kill. March, increase movement speed on range hits. I mean, the improved damage is pretty good. Found on the left side of the skill tree, display style focused on eliminating high priority targets, elite specials, even monsters. It's about getting on the chase, relentlessly hunting down a perp and bringing them the Emperor's justice. The talents have quite varied and are flexible. There's a mix of melee and range talents. As long as some support nods, that is just where most, but not all, of the talents related to the Hyper Mastiff are, although you could easily build into the Investigator branch without building them. Sneak peek at some of the talents. No escape, improved damage and movement speed after killing a special or elite. Okay, that's gonna be good. Canine morale, killing enemies pounced by your cyber. Mischief, grant toughness and toughness damage reduction. Allies coherency. Okay, that's support. Syrian and Maw, your cyber Maw applies burnedness on attack. Okay. That's alright. If you want to pause and read all this stuff, I'm just skipping through it. Base coherency, relentless efficiency, simple but effective. What? Am I getting like a notification? Oh, that's weird. Simple but effective. This is an initial aura for Arbites, and it gives you and your abilities and coherency a bonus to reload speed. Oh, that bonus to reload speed could be really good for like sharpshooters. But focus on the cyber Mastiff. This option makes your local companion count as an ally for the purpose of coherency. Additionally, this talent also gives every ally in coherency a small bonus to toughness damage reduction. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This coherency aura increases damage dealt by you and allies in coherency against enemies that are currently staggered. Ooh. So I got our grenades. I think this is the first one they showed. The default blitz that all Arbites players start with is the standard Arbites grenade. Compared to the veteran's frag grenade, it packs a stronger punch but has a smaller radius, but explodes on impact rather than after delay. So it does bleed damage. The remote detonation blitz requires some coordination with your loyal companion. Upon activating it, an electric discharge will burst from your cyber doggo's position, dealing damage and heavy stagger impact. Oh, okay, so it doesn't really do damage. So both these grenades don't really seem like they do a good amount of damage. I don't know, I can't really say that. This blitz also recharges on a cooldown rather than by picking up a grenade. Okay, this kind of saves it. This kind of saves it. Because if this wasn't, if you had to pick grenades up for this, it'd be Monsters like the Plague Ogre. It is a quite powerful stagger as well. So if your Mastiff is in the middle of attacking a monster like the Plague Ogre back, you can use it and the Plague Ogre will stagger forward, disrupting its attack. So it's a lot about timing and keeping track of where you're. I'm just going to call it the dog. So it is to get the most benefit out of it. Okay. Choosing Voltok, Shock Mine. It seems like one grenade is for damage, which is okay. Then the other's for, like, stun. So let's see what this one does. Voltok Shock, also your blitz will allow you to set up proxy mines on the ground at spots at your choosing. Enemies are out close to him, it will activate and shock everything that comes near for a sustained duration. Compared to the Zealot's shock grenade, it has a smaller radius but lasts longer. Okay, so what you're telling me is you basically just reused abilities. Like, seriously, like you have a blitz that I assume has bleed, I think, but it packs a stronger punch. So I'm assuming it does more damage, which, okay, fair enough. But it explodes on impact, but it's like, okay. And then we have the electric discharge, which I've seen this. It's pretty, like, it's pretty much like just a stun from the gameplay. And the mines just seem like totally useless. Like, in a game that's high powered, high moving, high damage, why would I ever want to pick the mines out of, like, anything? Maybe if the mines were, like, throwable, like they were, like, I know some people have played Alien Fireteam Elite, where the assault could just throw the sticky grenade and it locks it to an enemy. And also, if you do it perfectly, it counts as a stun, so it counts as a grenade stun, which I'm not going to go into that build, but it's pretty good. You just do like 20% more damage to the enemy, and then once the thing cooldown for that ability goes away, you just blow up the grenade, and you get the 20% stagger thing back again. It's so stupid. But into an event, and you know that you're going to come from, and it's kind of funny to watch the grenade inside of an enemy's head just sit there. A default ability on the Arbites is the Nencio Aquila, which being forth a booming loudspeaker on a specific point you aim at it, it will blast the word of the Imperial Law at full blast, empowering nearby allies, and deliberating. I feel like I'm saying that line. That's debilitating nearby enemies. Like this scene in the movie where the bad guys are hiding in the house and the police turn on the speaker and start telling them, you better give up, you're surrounded, so they start freaking out. The ability turns you into unstoppable juggernaut and release the Emperor's judgment on the enemy as you walk. You walk menacingly forward, unflinching and unfazed. Entering the stance removes your ability to sprint, but increases your base movement speed. Massively reduces your damage taken for a time. and massively reduces your damage taken for it to. Okay, that just sounds like it sucks. This ability makes your Arbites perform a strong lunge forward and then bash. I've seen that. It didn't really look that impressive. Every enemy in front of you with your equipped melee weapon and bash every enemy in front of you with your equipped melee weapon, staggering enemies in a wide area in front of you but without dealing any damage. Why would I want to do no damage? That's dumb. It's an ability. It has a cooldown. Let it be. The ability is a very short cooldown, the shortest in the game, so make sure it is used often to clear the wave and subjugate the criminal mob. Okay, that's only just sucks. Okay. Attention heretics, multiple third-party moves reported your actions being up. Please add better class-specific weapons like grenade launchers, Rookfellow, sniper rifles for Arbites rather than just variants of weapons we already used to seeing in other classes. They clearly started the new era's game modes and missions would be free. They never said future classes would be free. Solo win, new maps win. Separate skill tree for doggo. Yeah, it should be a skill tree for the dog. But I'm just reading all these comments. Okay. I remember you promised there would be a perk that removes the dog. But how would all of the dog-related perks work if you don't have the dog? You can't pick the dogless talent if you have a doggo talents picked. And you can't pick doggo talents if you have the dogless talent picked. Cool, well you fixed the servers. Shield alert. Sounds awesome, I'm excited. One player strike team, it's a basic feature of this genre. It is like making an RTS without skirmish. Release the server files. Sounds good to me. Hope there are even more classes planned for the future. I mean, I mean, Subductor. The closer the DLC comes, the more I'm thinking, why wasn't it a Mechanicos class with Serena's Necro abilities, but cats or combat? So yeah, like yeah, do that. I could agree to that. I could agree to that. There you go, buddy. I literally think this class sucks. Honestly, literally, all the alts are just self buff, dash forward, debuff, AoE. Literally just copy pasted alts. Wake up when you make a unique class instead of range veteran, except he has chorus of holy fortitude for zealot skill tree, and also a dog. Remember Vermintide DLC, how they all had a unique class identity? A little minigun, range shields that can revive players from miles away. A whole new faction of friendly summons with the Necromancer. Wasted DLC, that's what this is. More of the same. I can kind of agree with that in a sense. You know, I could agree with that. You know, it does sound kind of more of the same. And it doesn't really look that good. Like if I go to the store, or actually it won't even show me the price in the store. When I go to the thing and I look at the actual prices, that's $18, which means that's probably about, what, say $22? Yeah, let's think about this, right? That's $22, and I get a class. I get one unique outfit, which is okay. I get a companion skin, which is a robot, which I get a frame, which is okay, and then I get 4 unique gun skins that possibly, if this is just a revolver, I hope this is a new revolver. I hope we get like a new powerful revolver. Maybe it has like 4 shots in it. I'll be cool with that. Looks like it has more than that, probably like 6. A shotgun skin that I've heard you get to use the top part when you're low on ammo. And this skin that is okay looking, but I'm gonna already have other stuff coming out with it. So, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a big waste of time. But I'll leave it at that. You guys tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you next time.